But we start with Thomas Frank, who's been speaking at his first news conference since becoming the Spurs head coach. Now, there's been lots going on at the club this summer, including the arrival of Mohamed Kudus from West Ham and the Morgan GibbsWhite transfer saga with Nottingham Forest. But Frank wanted to begin by paying tribute to the Liverpool forward Diogo Jotter, who was tragically killed in a car crash earlier this month.
First, one thing from me, and on the behalf of everyone from Tottenham Football Club, our condolences goes to the families and the loved ones of Diogo Jotter and Andre Silva and everyone at Liverpool. So just want to make that a statement first.
Gary, from the start off.
Well, funny to see you here.
Different surroundings, yeah.
It's 5 weeks now since we heard that you were taking the job. I'm sure you didn't start work straight away here at the training ground, but at the time you've been here, now met most of the players and worked with them as well. Is it what you expected? A bigger job than you thought, or an easier job than you thought?
It's the easy part now, huh? It's the honeymoon. Everyone is happy. The sun is shining. We haven't played a game yet, but it's super exciting. It's a massive club, a huge club in England and in the world. I'm super excited myself about it. Everyone have been kind and friendly, open-minded. So, yeah, it feels good, and the best thing is it feels natural. And why not? That's what I've done. I don't know for how many years. It's football. It's good players. It's preparing them with a good staff and make sure we are ready to hit the ground running.
It's a big club. You're a big manager, successful manager. So everything we try and keep positive. But maybe this question is a little bit negative. Obviously, in the time you were at Brentford, Tottenham sacked 5 head coaches, managers.
Only 5. Only 5, okay.
One after getting to a Champions League final, one after getting to a domestic cup final, one after getting into the top 4, one after winning a European trophy. Did that worry you at all when you were considering coming here?
I like to challenge myself. I've been that privileged. I've never been sacked before, so that's one of the reasons why I took the job. So I could get a little bit more risk into my daily life. Coming to a big club, there's pressures. There's we need to perform because it is we. It's me, it's the staff, it's the players, it's everyone, and we need to do that together. So no, I like the ambitions, and I'm everything I do, every decision I made so far, everything is for the long term. It's not about surviving one game or 1 year or 18 months or what is the average. No, it's for the long run.
Obviously, there's going to be a squad that's going to be adjusted slightly based on what you're hoping to get, departures and arrivals. I just wondered if I could ask what your take is on the Morgan GibbsWhite situation. There's been a lot of noise from Nottingham Forest, nothing much from Tottenham. What's your take on that situation?
You know me well, so I'll use what I've done all the time. I'll not speak about players that is not mine. I think I'm doing 2 exceptions, and they're getting older. Is Ronaldo and Messi. The rest, I'll just speak about the players who's inside and in the squad of Tottenham.
Charlie, please.
Thomas, firstly, congratulations on your new role here at Spurs. When Ange Postecoglou left the club, there was an outpouring of emotion and a lot of farewell messages from the players. How have you found the mood within the camp since the players returned, and what has your main message been to the players so far?
First and foremost, I think I've said that before. I think Ange will forever be a legend here at Tottenham. He's one of 3. There's won a European trophy, and this is the first one in 41 years. So unbelievable, fantastic, great achievement. I see happy players, positive, smiling, energy, training well. So yeah, good vibe around the place. There should be a good vibe. They just won the Europa League title, going into a new season. Everything exciting, and in football and in sport, it's about dreaming and hoping. So that's what we do.
Absolutely. You've got a number of friendlies this summer, starting off with Reading tomorrow. How important is having a good pre-season for you personally, just because you've come into the club?
I think good pre-season is very good, but I think that's a few things. So one thing, we need to hit the physical targets. So we need to make sure they are very fit. We need to make them strong and robust, so we can go through a long season, hopefully competing in 4 tournaments. That's the plan. So that's the biggest thing. Then the second biggest thing is getting the principles I want into the players, and you train to get better. And the friendlies, you use them to get better. Of course, we like to win them, and it will always be nice to win. I can't remember how many games it is, but I know the next one is Reading tomorrow. That's the most important one. So that's the purpose of the preseason. And touch wood, have everyone available for the Super Cup, the 13th of August.
And Spurs have signed Mohamed Kudus. What do you feel he brings and will bring to your squad?
I think it's a great signing from the club. I think it's top work from Daniel and Vinna and Johan, getting a very good player in early in the preseason, so we can start working with him. I think he gave us a bit of that unpredictability in the game. I think his 1v1 actions are top. I think his slide passes are top. I think his finishing is very good, and he is in almost the perfect age to perform, but also take the next level.
Hi Thomas. Because Tottenham won the Europa League last season after a long wait, does that change what is expected from you at your first season? Is the challenges higher than previously known?
I don't know. I think it was extremely positive they won. That gave them that fantastic trophy this club deserve, and they need it. My aim is that we can hopefully add to that. The first thing and the first aim is that we need to be able to compete in all 4 tournaments and do it on a consistent level. That's got to be the ambition we build towards, because I think 2019 Champions League final. I think that's the last season where the club managed to compete in more than one competition, and that's got to be the aim. We need to be able to compete in the Premier League and need to compete in Europe and also in the cups, and that is a very highly demand, but that's got to be the aim. And if you compete, there's maybe a chance that you hopefully can end top, but we need to be able to build to compete first.
Previously with Brentford, you took them to the Premier League, and everybody understand that you maximize their potential in the Premier League. How excited are you with the resources you will have at Spurs and where you can take them?
Super excited. I think there's a fantastic training ground, fantastic stadium, so all the facilities are top, and we just need to build from there. I think it's a very exciting squad. With a good mix between some experience and some very talented players, but also players that are in a good age, but that can take the next step. And yeah, super excited about my biggest, how can I say, task is to maximize the potential in the players and the team. If you maximize that, it gives you a better opportunity for competing, and if you can compete, you can hopefully win some. So it's my job to maximize things.
Daniel.
Thomas, Daniel Staub from Viaplay Denmark. Sorry, I'll do the question in English so everyone can follow. I don't think you've trained everyone to understand the Danish.
Not yet, but it will come.
With previous managers like Antonio Conte, Mauricio Pochettino, Jose Mourinho, how did Thomas Frank from Little Denmark end up in Spurs?
Very good question. I think you need to ask the guys who hired me. But of course, it's big names, and I'm very proud to sit in this chair and be part of the next chapter in Tottenham's history. And I'll do everything, and every day I'll work towards hopefully take this club to new heights. That's the ambition. If I was not ambitious, I would not sit here. So yeah, I'm excited and looking forward to it.
Thomas, can I ask you a question about the wrench of leaving a football club where your legacy was so vast and so rich, to take a job that many would view perhaps as more of a risk?
And so the question is, why?
Your decision-making process as to leaving a club where you're.
In a way, it was very difficult. In a way, it was very easy. It was very difficult because I'm a person that go all in when I'm in every relationship, work, friendship, marriage, whatever it is, go all in. And when you go all in, let's say in work on a football club, you get attached. And I had a fantastic time at Brentford with fantastic people, from staff, players, fans, everything. Really, really loved my time there. But I also felt that maybe it was time to challenge myself and get another opportunity. And then when a club of Tottenham's magnitude are knocking on your door, I would like you to be in front of it and be part of hopefully a successful journey. Then yeah, I couldn't turn it down.
And I know you don't want to answer any questions or be asked any questions about players who aren't in the building. If I can ask you a question about two players who are, there's been some speculation regarding your captain and your vice captain, Heung-min Son and Son Romero. Can I perhaps get your reflections on those two players and whether you're banking on them for next season?
Two top players. Sonny, been here 10 years, finally got his well-deserved trophy in the summer. Yeah, so important for the team and the club. Son Romero, World Cup winner, Europa League winner, Copa America winner. Very, very important for us as well. Both have trained well, setting the standards out there on the training pitch, and both will play tomorrow. So I'm very happy.
Hi Thomas, congratulations.
Thank you.
Just wanted to ask, during your time at Brentford, the team was very adaptable, you had different players. Have you got a specific idea of the style of play that you want to play here at Spurs?
Yeah, I'm very, very clear in all the principles I have in, every phase of the game. What I will like to see from the team and the players is I want us to be brave, I want us to be very aggressive, and I want to attack. And I think brave is absolutely linked in dare to do, dares to do. And if you're not brave, it's very, very difficult to achieve anything. And I think it's very important that we take risk, because if you don't take risk, you also take risk. So that brave to dare to do, I think, is crucial. I think the aggressivity, that's difficult. Crucial also if you want to win something or achieve something, because you're not aggressive in duels. On off the ball is difficult. It's a very competitive game, and of course need to attack.
Can I just ask you about your history with Johan Langer and your working relationship now that you're back together at Spurs?
First, Johan have been done very well, going first to Villa as the technical director, and now coming to coming to Tottenham. I know him from back then in Denmark. In Denmark, it's a small country, so you know each other if you've been, growing up through the system. So no, he's a very good guy.
And the last one from me, there was an image going around earlier this week of long throw-in auditions. I wanted to know who was successful in the long throw-in auditions.
Let's see. I would say I believe that not only maximizing the players' potential and team's potential, we need to do what we can to make sure we have enough threats from everywhere on the pitch, and that's one area, set pieces.